Hi, folks. Yeah, I'm glad to be coming your way once again. And today I want to talk about uh, root position chords in the key of C. Root position chords in the key of C for chord 1. Root position chords in the key of C for chord 1. Basically, where you would find your chord 1 on the fretboard, across the fretboard. All right. So what I'm trying to say is that your do chord in the key of C, where you would find them on the fretboard. All right. Their positions, root position chords, and while I'm at it, each chord I will play, I will run its relative or related major scale along with it. So let me demonstrate what I'm saying. For instance, this is my C chord. You get it? This is my chord 1 in the key of C. All right. So you get it? So my chord 1 in the key of C, and this is its related major scale. So this is a C chord. This is a chord 1 in the key of C, chord 1. Now, this is one chord shape that we are mostly familiar with. Okay, it is the most commonly used chord shape. This one. So in the key of C, this is your chord 1, or if you want, your do in the key of C. All right. Now, when we come here, there's a C, another C chord here. Because the reason why we call it the root position chord is because if you pay critical attention to it, you realize that you would always pick your root note from the C, the key you are playing. Yes, that is why it is a root position chord, because your root would always be on that note, the C note. You understand? So this is the chord 1 in the key of C, a type of chord 1 in the key of C. And then this is another one. So this one, the major scale you can run to this is from here. You understand? So with this one, your index finger will be on your C note in the 3rd fret. Okay. Your fifth string, 3rd fret, C note here, and then your left hand, your ring finger, is going to bar every note in the 4th fret from your 4th string down to the 2nd string. All right. So it gives you that shape. Now, when you come here, there's a C note here on your 6th string. All right, there's a C note here, so we can get another root position chord here. you can run on this chord is so. And with this one, my pinky, my little finger, is here on that 8th fret. 8th fret, right? 7, 8, yeah. So 8th fret, the C string, 8th fret, and then the index finger would be barring every chord, every note you would find in your 5th fret, beginning from the 5th string downwards. You understand? I beg your pardon. 5th string down. So, or if you like, from your 4th string downwards. This one, our first chord 1 in the key of C is the mostly played chord shape that we all know. Yeah. Okay, and then the major scale you can run on this chord is now the second one is your second root position chord for chord 1 in the key of C. So, and then the third one, all right. Now the fourth one is here. Your 8th fret, your 8th fret. All right. So the major scale we can run on this chord shape, or this the chord in this position is. You get it? So from your 8th fret, you move to the very last chord shape for chord 1 in the key of C, which will be on the 12th fret. All right. So you bar the notes here on the 12th fret, and then you get it from here. Because I am talking about root position chords, we would move straight to the 12th fret. Otherwise, there's a C chord here. Yeah. I have a C chord that I play from here. But this time, your root is not on your C note. You understand? Your root is not on your C note, and that is what makes it a bit different. You get it? Yes. Because from this one, your root is on your E note. You see? You understand? So we can't add this chord to the root position chords for chord 1 in the key of C. That is why I skipped that spot. But I just want to draw attention to it, that you can mount a C chord here. You understand? So having said and done all this, all right, let us do a quick recap of everything I've been talking about from the start of the lesson to where I got to with the fifth chord, or the number 5 chord shape for root position chords in the key of C, all right, for your chord 1. So I was saying that these are chords in the key of C for chord 1, or if you like, your do chords in the key of C, and where you can find them on the fretboard. You get it? And so I even went ahead to say that these chords and their major scales, how you can run them per the chord shapes, all right, basing your emphasis on your root note, you see. So let me demonstrate what I'm saying. So this is the first chord shape, all right, and then the major scale you can run on this chord shape is now second chord shape, all right, it goes this way. Second chord shape, all right. So the major scale you can run on this chord, you begin from here. Second chord shape. Now, here is your third chord shape. And this is the major scale you can run on this chord shape. Your third chord shape. Now, your fourth chord shape. This is in the 8th fret, all right? So it goes this way. All right? Now, your major scale on this chord. Let me go again. So your major scale. And then you move to your fifth chord shape, and you can find that in the 12th fret. Now, so this brings us to the end of our lesson for today. And mind you, this is a basic lesson, yes. And if you are a beginner guitar player, this should sit well with you. You should get a good grasp of this very lesson, because it is quite basic, okay? Yes. So in the next lessons, or in the subsequent lessons, we would do the same for the other keys probably, and then from there we move to maybe 7th chord for each key in their first chord or chord 1 across the fretboard. You understand? So watch the video, practice, and let me know what you think. If you have any question, you can just put it in the comment section, and then I'll respond to it. Wishing you the best.